.com trivia girls coming up in the show. But first, I gotta take you inside the new 550 horsepower supercar called the Ford GT. Let's go drive it.
In the early 1960s, Ford Motor Company set the impossible goal of beating the best European race cars at their own game at Le Mans. And the car that did the impossible was the GT40, a sleek mid-engine racer that shocked the competition by finishing 1, 2, 3 in the famous French road race in 1966, then came back to win again in 67, 68, and 69. Now, 4 decades later, Ford engineers have created a street-legal version of that incredible race car. It's called simply Ford GT. 2006 is the second and last year of production for the new GT. Only 3,000 in total will ever be built from the 2-year production run, making this 200-mile-an-hour street-legal racer an instant collectible, with dealers asking $25,000 and more over the sticker price. So plan to show up with about 180 grand in your wallet if you want one. Our test car was finished in stunning tungsten gray metallic, a color only used on 06 GTs, and the best of all for showing off the car's muscular design line. But the most amazing thing about the GT's shape is how closely it replicates the GT40 race car. Pop open the rear deck and drink in the side of the supercharged 5.4-liter aluminum block V8. Each engine is hand-built and proudly signed by its craftsmen. And they should be proud, because this beast churns out 550 horses and 500 pound-feet of tire-shredding torque. Mounted so close behind the cockpit, you can see the blower pulley almost kissing the window behind your head. This engine shoves the 3,500-pound GT from 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds and annihilates the quarter mile in 11.7 seconds at 125 miles an hour. Stand on the gas pedal long enough and you'll see a top speed of 205. Sure, it's fast, but because of the mid-engine design, 57% of the GT's weight is on the rear wheels. And with no traction or stability controls to save your hide, you'd rightly expect this to be a scary oversteering monster, but it's not. In fact, the GT is so easy to control that you'll be executing perfect drifts in no time. The lightweight alloy wheels and super wide tires deliver over 1 full G of cornering grip, while the massive disc brakes will decelerate hard enough to suck the air out of your lungs. Designing a production car to look like a race car does present a few problems. The tops of the doors cut so far into the roof that it's just about impossible for tall drivers to fit inside without slouching. But the interior design is retro cool, with a wide expanse of gauges, metal switchgear, and stylish ventilated leather seats. But just like in a real race car, the seats are hard, visibility is poor, and you'll work up a sweat every time you're behind the wheel. And forget about going on a long trip unless your overnight bag is the size of a baggie, because there's only about 1.6 cubic feet of cargo space. But who cares? With a car this powerful, this fast, this hot-looking, and this exclusive, you'll gladly put up with a few quirks.
Okay, from cars that burn rubber, let's change to cars that